Rank battles in Pokemon Legends ZA is supposed to be a test, right? Show off your skill, see if you're actually better than the competition. Why does it feel as if it's too easy? Are we getting better as a player base, or did Game Freak just make the easiest rank mode ever? Is Pokemon rank broken in Legends ZA? Stick around for a bit. For anyone new, rank mode lets you battle players on lot points. The higher your win rate, the higher your rank goes up. It's pretty straightforward, right? But Legends ZA changed the whole system with this one. Even with this new season coming out, I'm pretty sure they took away everybody losing points whenever they lose a game. It really doesn't make that much sense to me. I understand that it's more like of a open battle style. The matchmaking is a bit more simplified, and there's new power-up mechanics, which can either come in clutch or become extremely annoying. The Z Aura, I guess, is what we can call it. The red, blue, and green power-ups that you get during the battle themselves can either make or break your whole set. You can get somebody like a epic comeback or stall to the point where you're just ready to rage and just not care and give up on that game and try again later. But with all these new systems and all these new dynamics, where exactly does the too easy come from? Now, I believe people in the community have highlighted complaints such as overpowered strategies dominating the meta, skill-based matchmaking isn't really that balanced, or players are just ranking up too quickly with minimal effort. And in all honesty, I have to disagree with that one slightly. You see, I recently tried to do a ranked battle with only using water Pokemon. Video coming soon, please stay tuned for that. Appreciate you. And trust, trying just to get to K felt like I was drinking acid. It was so toxic to my body, I almost gave up that video, I'm not gonna lie. But we got through, you'll see soon. However, I know with the current meta, certain strategies just feels overpowered to the point where, for example, Gyarados is overpowered attack. I'm not gonna lie, I don't care what you think. Gyarados eats competition, but there are ways to stop it. So does that mean that you're automatically going to get to rank A? No, I don't believe so. Using him, if you are hit by specific counters, specifically for Gyarados, you will probably have a bad game. I believe that people are actually finding ways around metas, but the one thing that I will have to highlight, the matchmaking makes 0 sense. For example, as a new ranked player, I'm pretty sure I fought somebody rank A as soon as I opened up matchmaking. It was kind of ridiculous. I got my booty handed to me holistically. Like, this nerfed my first gameplay experience. I was just so overwhelmed, I should say, whenever I first picked up and tried it. But I don't think it was bad to the point where I just gave up. As I said before, I've attempted a playthrough of rank mode using water only Pokemon, and some games were horrible. Other games I got lucky and found out people didn't really have counters to whatever I was doing at the time. I will say, for Alligator, you're broken. I appreciate you, my boy, you carried me, but you are broken. Please don't nerf for Alligator, he's my only saving grace for my water playthrough. I need him. But honestly, for ranked, you would assume that Game Freak would take into account win-loss ratios, keeping the opponent's skill level consistent among different ranks. And one thing I wholeheartedly disagree with is not losing points or not losing ranks whenever you lose consistently or repeatedly. That doesn't make sense. It's supposed to be ranked. You're supposed to find out who is the best of the best, right? So why give somebody a saving grace? I understand this for people to be able to access more Mega Stones for later Pokemon coming down the line. However, they should have just introduced a alternative mechanic to allow people to be able to obtain those stones somehow in game without having to rely on the rank mode. I understand people want to, or I understand that Game Freak wants to highlight their new battle mechanic with this game, but I feel as if the game itself already does that enough to the point where you don't have to shove it down other people's throats to try to bait them with a carrot on a stick. Let's deep dive more into the meta. Garchomp, Gyarados, Ampharos, Gardevoir. I feel as if you have one of those 4 Pokemon, you're pretty much guaranteed rank A, which doesn't really make any sense. Because you could have those 4 Pokemon and you could lose, but you will still get enough kills to get enough points to rank up without facing any of the consequences for performing poorly. I guess we have to ask the question, is that a sign that the mode is too easy because you could just rely on those 4 specific Pokemon to carry yourself up to rank? I believe so. But now I have to ask the question, did they do this to make it easy or to make it accessible for the casual players? I understand it being your first competitive mode in a Pokemon game, or you've attempted to play competitively before and you've ran into nothing but losing time and time again, and now you can finally be like, oh my god, I won, I can actually get up there. Or would you be in the mindset of a competitive person? These ranks don't really mean anything. Like, everybody's supposedly top tier. It doesn't really make any sense. For me, I have to say I am more on the latter side. I understand the company trying to make it more accessible for everybody. However, you can still keep it competitive to a point to where it feels as if you've actually gained an achievement getting to a specific rank. After hours of testing and reading what other players are saying, I think Pokemon Legends EA is easier, but I wouldn't say it's broken. It's kind of different. I think we're seeing the early honeymoon phase before the meta actually begins to stabilize and people figure out the best counters. And then later down the line, I believe Game Freak will change the mechanics of the mode itself to match more of a competitive feeling towards it. We've seen with the transition between Season 1 and Season 2, they can change whether or not a player loses points for their losses or if they maintain it. And I think they're trying to distribute the rare Mega Stones now, early. And as the game ages over time, I believe they'll patch it over to make it more competitive later on for the serious player. But let me know what you think. Also, let me know, what rank are you right now? Have you noticed any spikes in difficulties, or have you had any matchmaking issues? Drop your favorite team below. Tell me how far you got, and do you think rank mode is too easy or not? Me personally, I believe it's too easy for now, but I think it could be fixed. Appreciate you for tuning in. Remember to like and subscribe. Appreciate you for your time. Peace.